Thursday, April 18th, Cataraqui Trail, 1:24 p.m., 10 degrees, cloudy. We're walking east. We're walking east. We've had drizzle and light rain this morning for the most part, but it stopped around noon. And now we have mainly just cloudy skies. We had a little bit of drizzle coming down here in the car, but it seems to be stopped now. And there's no wind to speak of, so that's a good day to get out and look for birds, even though it's late. But the birds are sort of active, I guess, because it is kind of calm and cool, and they have to be active all day to get their food, more so than if it was a nice sunny day, and they could probably get a lot of their food early in the morning. But so we'll see. It might be a good birding expedition, or it may not be, but so far there's a fair amount of activity. I think we might be in for a bit more drizzle. There's pretty dark skies coming behind me there, and I feel the odd little bit of moisture on my face at times, so hopefully we're not going to get poured upon or anything. There's nothing like that showing up on the radar, so I don't think we should. Okay, just gonna hop on the K&P Trail here and head south. I actually kind of like days like this out on the trail, because there's very few other people out walking or cycling, so you have the trail mostly to yourself. Okay, it's 3:14. We've been walking for about an hour and 36 minutes and we've done about 6.1 kilometers. We're almost to the end of the trail as far as the next road is concerned, but I think we're gonna head back now. Just met a nice young couple that were pushing their baby along in a carriage, and they're bird watchers too. So that was nice to talk to them and hear what they've been seeing. They're from Kingston, but they come up here occasionally, I guess, in different parts of the rail trails. 3:42 and still working our way back up towards Millhaven Creek here. We're probably about halfway back from the furthest extent we got to. And just cutting through some red cedar pasture land here and forest edge along the side of the creek marsh. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock and it's getting misty out. When you look across the marsh here, it's quite a mist forming, so I guess I better get going or I might get lost on the trail if it gets too foggy. I don't want to be crawling along on my hands and knees feeling my way home. I better put on the afterburners here. Okay, 4:03 and here we are at Millhaven Creek, and it is getting mistier out as the afternoon progresses, and we'll have about a 40 to 45 minute walk from here to get back. So about 4:45, like I said, we should be getting back to the car. Just added 4 ringneck ducks there at the bridge to add to my list, so that makes it up to 35 species that we've seen now, seen and or heard. So not a bad little list for a dreary, dull afternoon. It's a misty drizzle falling now, just enough to dampen things a little bit. Very fine droplets, almost like a heavy fog. Still not too bad though, and we're probably about 30 minutes away now. Okay, 4:30 and we've just arrived at the Cataraqui Trail, so it'll be about 20 minutes over towards Harrowsmith to get back to the car. It's getting mistier and foggier all the time, although it may not show up in the video that much, but quite misty out, drizzling. I feel like I'm out walking through the English countryside with this steady drizzle and cool temperatures. I can almost imagine I'm back in Dartmoor country, where I was back in 2019, traveling through southern Britain. Well, 4:46 and we're just a couple hundred meters away from the car. So that's basically the end of the hike today. I hope you enjoyed that walk down the Cataraqui and K&P Trails southward, almost to Murton Road and back. It's always amazing how different the trails look each time you hike them. You would think that they'd become totally boring when you walk them so many times, but every time they look different and things seem different. And there's different creatures to look at all the time, so it's always changing. So in some senses it doesn't really get boring. In other ways it's a bit repetitive for sure, but the weather and the changing seasons always make them a fairly unique experience whenever you walk them. So with that, I'll say goodbye.